Each year, Heatley School and the Village of Green Island hold ceremonies to honor our veterans and those who died in service to our country. This year, that's not possible, at least not in the way we're used to. That's why we're pleased to present this video. It combines elements of both ceremonies. We want to thank everyone who helped make it happen. Also, the traditional Memorial Day program will be moved to November, where it will become a Veterans Day ceremony. We hope at that time we can all be together to honor those who served our country. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here to represent the Veterans Assembly, which was supposed to take place today. However, the coronavirus has forced us to reschedule this event until Veterans Week in November. Our plan is to honor 17 veterans. 11 will receive their New York State high school diplomas. 6 will receive the New York State Conspicuous Service Cross, which is the highest military award that can be given to a New York veteran. We hope to see all of you in November. Thank you.
Almighty God, on this Memorial Day 2020, may you find us first paying tribute in this moment of silence. We are pausing to reflect on all who serve. We are deeply grateful to those who lost their lives so that others may know life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Our hearts go out to their loved ones. Be with us in this presentation that we are offering and viewing. Be with us in the respect and thankfulness we wish to give back to them. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May 5, 1868, the Grand Army of the Republic established Memorial Day, or Decoration Day, as a national day to decorate the graves of the Civil War soldiers with flowers. Major General John A. Logan appointed May 30th as the day to be observed. Many cities claim to be the first to celebrate Memorial Day, but Waterloo, New York was officially declared as the birthplace of Memorial Day in 1966. It was said that on May 5th, 1866, a ceremony was held here to honor local soldiers and sailors who fought in the Civil War. Businesses were closed for the day, and restaurants furled flags at half-mast. It was said to be the first formal community-wide and regular event. In 1971, Memorial Day was declared a national holiday by the Congress, who designated the last Monday in May as a day for its observance.
Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am in 1,000 winds that blow. I am the softly falling snow. I am the gentle showers of rain. I am the fields of ripening grain. I am in the morning hush. I am in the graceful rush of beautiful birds in circling flight. I am the stars shine of the night. I am in the flowers that bloom. I am in a quiet room. I am in the birds that sing. I am in each lovely thing. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I do not die. Remember those who served before. Remember those who are no more. Remember those who serve today. Remember them as we eat and play. Remember our protectors who are not home today. Remember them all on
Memorial Day.
It is important that we always remember the military men and women who lost their lives defending our freedoms at home and abroad. At times, we may take for granted our freedom to vote, the right to practice a religion of choice, and the right to express our ideas and opinions. But without the sacrifices these individuals made, these freedoms might not exist in America today. This Memorial Day weekend, as we enjoy what many feel is the start of the summer season, don't forget the true reason this holiday exists, for the many brave individuals who sacrificed their lives for our country's freedoms. Many observe this day by visiting cemeteries or memorials and participating in local parades. No matter how we go about this, pause to remember these fallen heroes. The wounds and hurts of war never go away. Family members and combat buddies will never forget those whose lives were taken while serving in the armed forces. On this Memorial Day, whom do you honor?
I watched a flag pass by one day. It fluttered in the breeze. A young Marine saluted it, and then he stood at ease. I looked at him in uniform, so young, so tall, so proud, he'd stand out in any crowd. I thought how many men like him had fallen through the years, how many died on foreign soil, how many mothers' tears, how many pilots' planes shot down, how many died at sea, how many foxholes were soldiers' graves. No freedom isn't free. I heard a sound of taps one night when everything was still. I listened to the bugler play and felt a sudden chill. I wondered just how many times that taps had meant amen. When a flag had draped a coffin of a brother or a friend, I thought of all the children, of the mothers and the wives, of fathers, sons, and husbands with interrupted lives. I thought about a graveyard at the bottom of the sea, of unmarked graves in Arlington. No freedom isn't free.
Each year, we present the following information to help make sure that the observance of Memorial Day does not diminish over the coming years. Many Americans nowadays have forgotten the meaning and traditions of Memorial Day. At many cemeteries, the graves of the fallen are increasingly ignored and neglected. Most people no longer remember the proper flag etiquette for the day. While there are towns and cities that still hold Memorial Day parades, many have not held a parade in decades. Some people think the day is for honoring any and all dead, and not just those fallen in service to our country. To help re-educate and remind Americans of the true meaning of Memorial Day, the National Moment of Remembrance resolution was passed in December 2000. The resolution asks that at 3 p.m. local time for all Americans to voluntarily and informally observe in their own way a moment of remembrance and respect, pausing from whatever they are doing in a moment of silence or listening to taps, to give something back to their country which provides them so much freedom and opportunity.
crosses where our fallen soldiers lay and listened to the bugle as taps began to play. The chaplain led a prayer. We stood with heads bowed low, and I thought of fallen comrades I had known so long ago. They came from every city across this fertile land that we might live in freedom. They lie here neath the sand. I felt a little guilty. My sacrifice was small. I only lost a little time, but these men lost their all. Now the services are over for this Memorial Day. To the names upon these crosses, I just want to say, thanks for what you've given. No one could ask for more. May you rest with God in heaven from now through evermore.
We're standing in front of the Legnard Curtin American Legion post in Green Island, where they erected a monument to honor all of the servicemen who made the supreme sacrifice in all the wars. World War I. William J. Burke. Thomas Curtin. Raymond DeLong. John B. Legnard. John Murray. John Ridings. World War II. George Ellett. Joseph Gregoire. Anthony Iozzo. Donald Messier. Sylvester Micchio. John O'Brien. Edward O'Hearn. Louis Zitalski. Fred Van Buskirk. The Korean War. William Kelly. James Neaton. Thomas Stoliker. Vietnam War. Marl W. McCutcheon, Jr. William F. McNulty.
In 2013 marks the 150th anniversary of TAPS. Of all the military bugle calls, none is so easily recognized or more apt to render emotion than the call TAPS. The 24-note bugle call is thought to be a reversion of a French bugle signal called tattoo that notified soldiers to cease an evening's fun and return to their barracks. It was sounded 1 hour before the bugle call that brought Military Day to an end by ordering the extinguishing of fires and lights. The last 5 measures of the tattoo resemble the modern-day TAPS.
The revision that gave us present-day TAPS was made during America's Civil War by Union Gen Daniel Adams Butterfield. Butterfield was born in Utica and graduated from Union College in Schenectady. At that time, the U.S. Army's infantry call to end the day was the French final call. Gen Butterfield decided the lights out music was too formal to signal the day's end. One day in 1862, he recalled the tattoo music and hummed a version of it to an aide, who wrote it down in music. Butterfield then asked the brigade bugler to play the notes and, after listening, lengthened and shortened them while keeping his original melody.
He ordered this new call to be played at the end of each day. The music was heard and appreciated by other brigades, who asked for copies and adopted this bugle call. It was even adopted by Confederate buglers. This music was made the official Army bugle call after the war, but not given the name TAPS until 1874. By 1891, Army infantry regulations required TAPS to be played at military
funeral ceremonies. Taps is now played by military at burials and memorial services, and is still used to signal lights out on days end. We always end our ceremony at school with the playing of taps. They will be doing the same. The version you will be listening to is by United States Marine Gunnery Sergeant Amy McCabe. We thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us. And now, taps.